It's the night show, live. I'm Ryan Roberts. Thanks for coming out. We're back. That's right, brand new studio. Jim, how you doing, man?
Doing all right.
Just okay.
I was doing my taxes today.
Your hair looks fantastic.
Yeah.
Did your taxes get your hair down?
No.
Good.
No, it didn't.
Nothing can get your hair down.
I was doing good this year. Up until I had to file.
You were doing well?
I was doing well.
Monetarily?
Yeah.
And what happened?
I had one little vote of confidence. I had a vote of confidence in American ingenuity and American initiative, and I took a little piece of the pie. Up until today, when I had to claim that on my taxes.
What do you mean? What
They
happened?
took most of it.
Took most of what?
Most of my gains.
Your money?
Yeah. I would have been better off knocking over one of those like little banks in a grocery store and then just making off with that, maybe a couple of steaks.
You're really upset about
And
this.
I would have won. It's unbelievable.
You're upset about this.
Very.
I can tell.
But other than that, everything's...
You're fantastic.
Other than that, everything's fine.
He's fantastic.
Yeah.
Who's out there?
Tony Tagney's out there, John Monroe, Jimmy T. That's Jimmy Nads.
Jimmy Nads.
That's Jimmy T for short.
He almost took your job.
He did very good.
He did.
He did a very good job. We have, we have Steve Janowicz is here.
Yay, Steve.
Liz Rutolo's here, Sam Mazinski. Hey, also, too, I don't have any gives, but we have to remind everybody, April Foolishness, April 14th at the Space Ballroom in Hamden. Tickets are only $12. Go to WPLR.com for tickets. And if you can't afford $12,
Come on.
And
Later on tonight, star of he was on America's Got Talent, but star of April Foolishness, Sideshow Bennie is going to be on the phone in just a little bit, stapling something to his face. So you actually get to be able to witness that. First thing for this evening, though, we've got The Professor with This Day in Music History.
Wasn't this the storage room? Anyhow, on this date in music history, it's Mike Lapatino, 2007. There's a great story. Keith Richards admitted in an interview with the British music magazine that he snorted his father's ashes mixed with cocaine. Richards' manager later claimed it was just a joke. People got to take jokes nowadays. 1993, Coverdale Page, a one-off album featuring Whitesnake Deep Purple singer David Coverdale, otherwise known as David Coversong. And Jimmy Page debuted at number 5 in the Billboard 200 album chart. The album went on to sell 1 million copies in the U.S. And in 1976, here's an interesting story with Aerosmith. Their debut album peaked at number 21 on this date in 1976 in the Billboard 200 album chart, 2.5 years after its initial release, which then had peaked at 166. 1976, David Bowie peaked at number 10 on the Billboard Hot 100 singles charts with Golden Years, which was Bowie's second top 10 single in the U.S. And on this date in 1973, Leonard Skinner recorded Freebird at Studio One in Doraville, Georgia during the sessions for their debut album. And that's a look at On This Day in Music History with the Professor, Mike Lapatino. Thanks for watching.
Thank you, The Professor, Mike Lapatino, This Day in Music History. He's been doing that for a long, long time.
Yeah.
Oh, the TV just went off.
it did?
Yeah.
Come on.
That's a bummer.
Come on now.
So every, you try to fix that. Every weekday we're going to have This Day in Music History. And also, so today is sort of like Monday's program. If you haven't noticed, the night show live now at 5 o'clock every single day. Weekdays, 5 o'clock, join us here. It's been moved from the evening to a prime time spot in the afternoon, during the afternoon drive at 5 o'clock. So you're going to see our show, if you tune in, every day at 5. So thanks for coming out, everyone that has come out and joined us. Coming up next, we've got the State of Connecticut report with our very own Mike the Wolf Lombard, Connecticut superfan.
What's up, everybody? I hope everyone had a solid Easter, Passover, whatever you celebrate. I'm Mike Lombard, Connecticut superfan here. Big surprise this morning with the snow. For once, they didn't warn us about this one, but the sun's out now. I got to do my videos at work now because our show moved up. So I hope everyone missed us the past week while the late show was on vacation. Not sure what Ryan's going to call it now, but a few news updates. Yard Goat season opener this week, this Thursday. I won't be there, but I'll be there Sunday. Along with their season opener, just their season ticket sales have actually jumped 24% over the last 24 hours, which is huge. With that, I was reading an editorial on the Hartford Courant. Some positive census data is showing some good news for the state of Connecticut, so that's always good to hear. UConn women lose the heartbreaker in the Final Four in the last seconds, but what can you do? You win some, you lose some. It was their 11th consecutive Final Four. Myself, yours truly, will be at the Bridgeport Sound Tigers game this Saturday. My men's league team will be playing before the Bridgeport Sound Tigers. I'll be playing a game before the Bridgeport Sound Tigers with my men's league team, so come out if you'd like. We play at 4 o'clock. The Sound Tigers play the Providence Bruins at 7 o'clock. Other than that, been pretty quiet. Once the weather ramps up, I'm sure a lot more new and exciting things will be going on. If you've got any fun facts, history, or things going on in your neck of the woods, please reach out to me and share the page. It's good to be back. Good to have the late show back after our impromptu vacation, and we'll talk to you soon.
Connecticut superfan, Mike Lombard.
I miss Mike. We got to have him back.
That dude is very, very into Connecticut.
Absolutely.
Just recently, he was Pucky
the Whale in
the Whale in the
Hartford St. Patty's Parade.
And did he do New Haven as well?
I don't think he did New Haven.
No,
I know he did Hartford.
So if you were at the New Haven parade and you saw Pucky the Whale walking down the street, that was our very own Connecticut superfan. So if you have any Connecticut centric knowledge that you want to share, please send it off to Mike Lombard at Connecticut Superfan page. You can find that on Facebook at Connecticut Superfan. Every day he's got lots of positive information about the state of Connecticut, and everyone's always talking about, oh, Connecticut sucks, I don't like Connecticut. Yeah, I know, we get it, but Mike is doing something about it, at least promoting the positive things.
Absolutely.
So thank you, Connecticut Superfan Mike the Wolf Lombard. And so today is normally our Monday program. Our guests, our correspondents, Marty, Minute in Sports. He's been MIA. I don't know what happened to Marty. He just literally fell off the face of the earth, has not posted to his Marty's Minute in Sports page, has not sent me a video in 2 or 3 weeks, has not answered any of my phone calls, has not responded to my Facebook messages. So, Marty...
Maybe he's cooking up something big.
Probably not.
No?
I would guess that he's just MIA.
Well, the sting of the result of the big game, I think, is still with him.
Maybe he got arrested for taking a poop on the Rocky statue.
I don't know, man, because that there's footage of it.
There is footage, and maybe...
It's a simple Google search to find Marty, I'll tell you that much.
Maybe he got in trouble.
But
I don't know. So, also, we have Connecticut medical marijuana critic Brian C. And here is today's This Week in Weed report.
Hey everybody, Connecticut medical marijuana critic here today. Thank you for joining me as I'm drinking some blueberry juice. This batch is made from the folks at Ocean Spray. Juice can be made in multiple ways, one being fresh squeeze and the other from concentrate. Mine is good. It's consumed as either a breakfast setting, lunch, after school when thirst hits, or pretty much any time, day or night. So, come back here each and every week as I give you such info like this and more every Monday. Peace all.
That cranberry juice looked pretty good, man.
Oh, yeah.
I love cranberry juice.
Absolutely.
Especially raw cranberry juice.
Fresh from the cranberry.
Oh, so good.
Hey, we're getting a lot of comments about the new start time, and it's going to be an adjustment. It's new for us too, but we just have to deal with it, and I think everything's going to be fine.
I think so too.
We'll grow some legs on the new start time.
We've got the new studio here, which was a surprise coming back from my vacation down to Mexico. Mike Lapatino sent me down to take care of his Chihuahua farm. He was there last month on a working vacation. First, he saw the dead in Florida, and then he had to go fly down to Mexico, to Oaxaca, Mexico. He's got a Chihuahua farm down there. So he sent me down because I had to regulate. They were having some severe security issues. And like I said yesterday, one of his security team was walking out with bagfuls of Chihuahuas.
By the bag.
By the bag, yes.
Burlap sacks in the dead of night.
So when I came back, I was surprised. I had a meeting with Boss Keith, and he said, "Welcome to your new studio!" Except he didn't use as much bravado as I just did. But so I was in here early yesterday working on the new studio, and early today, Jim came in early, and we got everything all set up. So this is it. 5 o'clock is the new start time. So don't miss it every single weekday at 5 o'clock. We will be here. And if you can't watch us, if you're driving home, all you got to do is Bluetooth into your car if you can, and you can listen like it's just a regular talk show.
Absolutely.
So not really much has changed except for 3 hours. And like I said, it is a huge adjustment. Like Jim said, huge adjustment.
That's it. Adapt and overcome. That's all you need.
Right. That's a very Marine attitude to have, Jim.
That's a big guy. They say that a lot, yeah. They do.
They meaning the Marines?
Yes.
Good. Well, I'm trying to give Sideshow Bennie a little ring here. He's going to be joining us for April Foolishness, April 14th at the Space Ballroom.
Space Ballroom in Hamden.
Have you ever been there, Jim?
I have. I actually played back in my playing in band days in high school.
You were a drummer, right?
I was. Yep.
I want to...
Not the new one, though. This is a new ballroom, I think.
It's in the same parking structure.
Yeah.
Except it's not the same building.
Okay.
So that's where we're going to be. The tickets are still available. You can head to WPLR.com, and they're only $12. There's no reason not to come hang out. Jim's going to be hosting that evening.
Oh, yeah.
Sideshow Bennie is going to be joining us all the way from Nashville, Tennessee. He is a classic Coney Island type sideshow act. He sticks his hand into bear traps and hangs things from his nipples. And he might be hanging things.
What specifically is he going to be doing that night? Have we worked out what he's going to be actually doing?
Well, that's what we're going to be talking with him, if I can get him on the phone here. I called him half an hour ago, and I said, Benny, we're going to be calling in a half an hour, and now he's not picking up the phone. So good for me.
But when you asked him if he would do it, hey, what are you doing in 30 minutes? Can you staple something real quick? He's like, yeah, sure.
Yeah, of course. Of course you can. But don't forget to hit share. We're trying to get the new show out there. We're trying to get the new time out there. 5 o'clock is the new time. We're still going to be having guests. We're rescheduling a lot of the guests that we used to have. Not used to have, but the guests that we had scheduled. They were all scheduled for 8 o'clock, so we're sort of backs against the wall with our guests. We were supposed to have a band called Terrapin, a Grateful Dead band, come on today. They could not make it for 5 o'clock, so we're working on rescheduling them. Comedian Steve Kerstead was supposed to be here yesterday. We rescheduled him for next Monday at 5. And tomorrow, Eddie Money is calling in. Eddie Money is going to be talking with the Professor, Mike Lapatino. So make sure you join us for that at 5 o'clock. Right now, on the phone, star of April Foolishness, and also you could see him on Stomachs of Steel, which was a Discovery Channel. Was it Discovery Channel Sideshow?
Yeah, Discovery Channel.
Discovery Channel. Sideshow Bennie, how we doing, man?
Doing great. How are you?
Fantastic. Thanks for coming on to the Night Show Live.
Oh, happy to be here.
And we are very happy to have you here. So, Jim was asking me some of the things that you do for stunts. What you're better versed at telling everyone some of the things that you do.
Well, we'll be pounding nails in our head, using machinery in ways inconsistent with labeling instructions,
We'll be using animal traps, beds of nails. There may be fire involved. Just good family fun.
So you hang things from your nipples? Is that true? You have pierced nipples?
Guilty.
And
It's true.
And what do you hang from your nipples?
Right now we're using steam irons.
Steam irons.
I mean, over time, do those things look like Slim Jims at this point?
Right.
Is there any lasting
These
effect?
are old ones. These are old, heavy ones.
He was talking about your nipples, not the steam iron.
Those are old and heavy too.
So, all right, we're hanging steam irons from our nipples. What else do you hang from what else do you hang things from?
I've got other piercings. Things get hung.
So I haven't asked the powers that be yet if this is going to be an R-rated or X-rated show. But my friend Sideshow Bennie has his, you know how you have shrapnel in your nether regions there?
Yeah.
He has his nether regions pierced.
Oh, that's
Your face looks absolutely...
That is one up on me.
Yes, it is.
That is. You see, I didn't purposely pierce my my brajol.
No, yours was
by accident.
Yours was accidental. But Sideshow Bennie...
Mine was on purpose. My southern hemisphere is ventilated.
When you went to the piercing guy, what did that conversation go like?
I asked him how much, and he told me, and we went for it.
Is that something that happens a lot down in Tennessee? Is that like a normal thing? You go into the old tattoo piercing place, and you go, "Yeah, could I have my satchel pierced today, please?"
Well, I can't speak for everybody, but, it's worked for me.
That's fantastic. So some of the other things that you do, I know you're going to do the head staple in a minute for us, correct?
Right, we do a stapler act. My partner, Anna, will do her straitjacket escape, human pincushion act. I'll be doing my human dart board.
So you have a dart board that's tattooed in your left shoulder, correct?
Correct.
That's excellent.
And then you allow, this is for real, people. You allow a member of the audience to come up on stage and play darts on your back.
Oh, we have a dart tournament. We pull two people from the audience.
We're going to organize some volunteers from the group here.
Oh, I'm sure he'll have
so
no problem.
if you want to throw darts,
no problem.
Sideshow Bennie. We're gonna take some volunteers, maybe a couple days before, the day before on the show.
The winner gets a prize.
Why don't we do that? The winner.
I think he's got the prizes. He does this for a thing. He's got a dart tournament and everything.
Sounds good. Hey, if he already has everything organized, he can take it.
Right. So at the end of some of your shows, Sideshow, after you do the head staple, you allow people to come up from the stage then, and of course they have to have their own money. It's called a gaff, right? But you allow people to then staple different denominations of money all over your body.
Oh yeah, that's not a gaff. A gaff is something that's faked.
Oh right.
That's a blow off.
So this is more of a hustle, actually.
This is absolutely a hustle. Yeah. So bring folding money.
Right, because you can't.
Although if you want to staple your debit card to me, just give me the PIN number and I'm good with that.
Yeah, you just got to staple the PIN number right next to your... So I've seen Sideshow after he's done... I've worked with him many, many years in many, many situations. And this guy has come off the stage covered in money. Money stapled all over his arms, money stapled to his head, money stapled all over his chest, all over his sides. And he's walked... What's the most money you've ever gotten stapled to your body?
I did a show an event in San Antonio for the Ripley's Believe It or Not folks, and it was for the grand opening of the Ripley's Museum there in San Antonio, and they had me walking around and folks stapling money to me, and the money went to a local charity. And,
what a great idea!
I had about $400 in ones and fives stapled to me.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Does it hurt? Does it hurt a lot having it stapled? I've done the head staple. This is the man that taught me the head staple, but I never have done it all over my body. Is that something that really hurts a lot? Because I see some people really press, like really get into it.
Yeah, well, if you're not a trained professional like me, it probably hurts a whole lot.
Oh my God!
But,
Man.
It's all mind over matter.
Right.
If you don't mind, it don't matter.
It don't matter. Sideshow Bennie is coming to April Foolishness at the Space Ballroom in Hamden on April 14th. He's going to be joining the stage, sharing the stage with yours truly. I'm going to be doing some comedy juggling and stunts with my good friend Stephen King. The name of our group that I toured in for many, many years before I got into radio is called Fly By Night. You can find us on Facebook at Fly By Night. Sideshow can be found at Sideshow Bennie and Anna Fiametta, right?
Just SideshowBennie.com.
SideshowBennie.com. Perfect.
You can look us up on Facebook under Sideshow Bennie and Anna Fiametta.
All right. So please join us. The tickets are available still. They're selling out quick at WPLR.com. And like I said, they're only $12. Right now, Sideshow, the man, the myth, the legend, is going to show us a little stunt.
Well, standard ordinary dollar bill. As you can see, just ordinary dollar, nothing, no stickum on it.
No glue.
And this
And
is
a
an
big old
office
stapler.
stapler.
No glue. No adhesive.
So, I'm going to take the dollar, and we'll put it on my forehead here. And here we go.
Oh, man.
Oh God! It's one of the big. Oh no!
Oh, my God. It's still, I do it myself, and it still gets me to this day.
Good
I thought he was going
times.
to do it with a.
So a lot of people are going to wonder when you take the dollar out of your head, do you bleed?
We occasionally get a leaker.
That's what he calls them, leakers. So I did this trick a few years ago at a private Christmas party. I was hired to do magic and sideshow stunts, and I had taken a some sort of it was like Sudafed or something that had a blood thinner in it, and I stapled the dollar to my head, and when I had pulled out the dollar, a stream of blood shot out of my head in a stream onto a guest's shirt. And they thought the whole thing was fake, and I didn't have the heart to tell them, no, I just bled all over you.
Wow.
I'm sorry. Has anything like that happened to you?
Well, when Anna did her Human Pincushion Act in Washington, D.C. a few years ago, which is a little more intense than the Stapler Act, we had 3 fainters and an ambulance had to be called. So, meh.
Someone fainted when you did that trick?
Oh, we had 3 people faint.
No way.
Oh, just from the sight
Yeah,
of
one
the
of them
trick.
fell and cracked his head, so they had to call an ambulance for him.
Oh, man.
But, anytime an ambulance shows up at one of our shows and it's not for us, that's
a win. So did you get paid for that show? That's the question.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Oh, thank God for that. Thank God. So, all right, I guess now is the moment of truth. Do we have a leaker today?
Oh, yeah, let's see. Anything?
No, you're looking clean, my friend.
Oh, good.
All is good.
Good job. Now,
I've had no blood thinners this week.
let me ask you this. Do you have calluses and scars all over your forehead?
No, I'm still supple and pretty.
Well, that of course you are. But
Skin like a baby's butt.
are you getting text messages?
I'm getting phone calls.
Oh no! Well, like I said,
I'm a popular fella,
I know, a popular sideshow act. So, like I said, please join us for April Foolishness, April 14th at the Space Ballroom in Hamden. The tickets are only $12. WPLR.com is the place to get them. I'm going to be juggling. It's going to be a wild time. Jim is actually hosting the show.
Oh, yeah.
And the show features and stars my very good friend all the way from Nashville, Tennessee, the amazing Sideshow Bennie. Sideshow, thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for having me. I'll see you soon.
Yes, less than 2 weeks now.
Like in a week or so.
That's true. Yeah, that's good for me, right? So thank you very much, Sideshow. We'll be seeing you soon. And take care of that head, all right, man?
Thanks. I'll see you soon.
Bye, dude.
Bye.
The amazing Sideshow Bennie, a very good friend of mine. And
It came off clean, too.
yeah, you never...
It's a clean one.
You've never hung out with somebody until you've hung out with a Sideshow guy. You know, like definitely a very cool and very interesting individual. So that's what's happening for next weekend, not this coming weekend, the 7th and 8th, correct? That's this weekend. That's, I know there's stuff going on this weekend, but next weekend, the
Following
14th,
weekend,
right,
is April Foolishness.
Is April Foolishness. So please join us for that. It's going to be good times had by all. Thank you to my illustrious producer, Jim Lauber III. Your hair's looking fantastic today,
Thank you.
Jim. And we will see you back here tomorrow. It's Wednesday, so it's Mike Lapatino Day. I haven't quite figured out how we're going to work that out because he is actually on the air from 2 to 8, and then I take over every night from 8 to midnight. So if you'd like to hear more of my nonsense, please listen to the terrestrial radio station, 99.1 PLR, from 8 to midnight. I do the night show there. So if you just tuned in or if you're not sure what's going on, the night show live has moved from 8 o'clock until to 5 o'clock every single weekday, 5 p.m. This is where we'll be. So please make adjustments to your schedule. Everyone arrange, like take off work early if you got to leave early. Whatever you got to do, this is the place to be. Thanks for coming out once again. Jim, thank you once again. You're looking fantastic.
Thank you.
It's the Night Show Live. I'm Ryan Roberts. We'll see you back here tomorrow night.
Dancing on rainbows, pink fluffy unicorns dancing on rainbows, pink fluffy unicorns dancing on rainbows, pink fluffy unicorns dancing on rainbows.
Let's test your knowledge and see what you've learned so far. What color are the unicorns? Pink! They're pink. Where are they dancing? Rainbows! Please use one word to describe the texture of their magical fur. Smile! Yeah!
Pink fluffy unicorns dancing on rainbows, 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 pink fluffy unicorns dancing on rain.
Could you make me some breakfast?